아, 역대급은 아니야?
뭔가 와 이거 100번 먹을 수 있겠다 이건 아니고.
Dion, Mayo, Nicolas.
I don't mind saying I rolled out of bed and rolled up. Ooh, stretch my back and legs. Well, now what did the younger me become? I make some coffee and a plan, and I decide on oats and eggs. Blow my cares away. Ooh, prepares me for the things that come. Yeah, beautiful morning, keeping me alive when the darkness comes. Ooh, that kind of a morning. It's the natural feeling that will make it through. And I have barely begun moving as I am out through seas unknown. Don't break no promises, sing in a key that your body believes. Ooh, I'm making my way out of the city. I need more time in the garden. Beautiful morning, keeping me alive when the darkness comes. Ooh, that kind of a morning. It's the natural feeling that you make it through.
Look how we made it this far. Hasn't the pace been a long bit, honey? Take a look at where we are. Haven't we made it, my love? Oh, honey, look how we made it this far. Hasn't the pace been a long bit, honey? Take a look at where we are. Isn't the day so exciting? Oh, honey, when I wake up, I'm feeling brand new. All I can say is I look like new money, and the only thing I know is true. I owe it to you, you, you. I owe it to you, you, you. I owe it to you, you, you. I owe it to you. You shine like a ray from the sun. That's something people look for but never can find. I swear you're the gold I've been running for. Honey, like I woke up and won the top prize. So many days getting cold and too long. Living in the all I can say is I look like nobody, and the only thing I know is true. I owe it to you, you, you. I owe it to you, you, you. I owe it to you,
너무 어린다. 너무 어린다. 뒤돌아봐야지, 뒤돌아봐야지. 맞아, 맞아.
Welcome to Summit. Please start the journey to your right.
Now your life is like a movie, come down in LA. And you switching on your old friends, they just can't relate. Say that you can see right through me, but you're the one that's fake. Baby, I see what you're doing, but that just ain't no way. Now your life is like a movie, come down in LA. And you switching on your old friends, they just can't relate. Say that you can see right through me, but you're the one that's fake. Baby, I see what you're doing, but that just ain't no way. This just ain't no way, my baby. I could pull up if you ask me any day, my baby. I just hope you're doing good and staying safe, my baby. Really, I could give a fuck like who of us I'm really paying, baby. Now this liquor got me pacing, this liquor got me fucked up. I love the way you dancing, but we don't even talk now. Now we really racing, now we wanna run now. Steady underrated, I'm always on the louse like a movie. Cut down in LA, and you switching on your old friends, they just can't relate. Say that you can see right through me, but you're the one that's fake. Baby, I see what you're doing, but that just ain't no way. Now your life is like a movie, top down in LA, and you switching on your old friends, they just can't relate. Say that you can see right through me, but you're the one that's fake. Baby, I
일시간 12간 밥 먹었네?
I know a place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know where we go. I was just calling to see if you're free.
Homes that connect the bridge on either side. You have to go down deep under the stanchions in order to build your foundation.
Don't tell your friends, let them know we're safe later. The road's calling, sun on our skin, sleeping in the stars when it's gone. I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me.
나도 이거 먹어.
Run away with me.
On my people, Lolo. Very good.
Run away with
예시 좀 점점 경기.
어떤 걸로?
Slices, they all want to go home with you. I don't know what's going on. Do you mind going and squeezing these friends and telling me which is your favorite? This is the one. You know what? I love an automatic collection. Take it. Take it. Take it. Okay, chef. Are you ready to cook her? You gotta save her. Go. Beautiful. Oh my God. Give me another to you. The smell, good or bad? Come on. Oh, you're a very cheesy gal. Oh, go on, sprinkle it. You got this. Go, Jae-young. Go, Jae-young. Go, 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 Jae-young. Get it, Jae-young. Get it, Jae-young. Oh, yes, get it, Jae-young. Oh my goodness, you're just blowing me away today. All right, give your friend a big old high five. Right, and now we're gonna tuck her away for you, sweetheart, making sure all of that cheese stays locked into place for you. And now we saw the hot dogs here, but check out the pizza to go on. Isn't it so sweet? There you are, my love. Packing her away to you as your sticker so everyone knows you actually cooked up this pizza today. Wow, so they're amazing chefs and they have big old brains, guys. How did you get so lucky? Here we go, Daniel. You get a cute to-go bag for your pizza, and you also get a lovely little pizza pen and your stickers. Go ahead and slide that into the bag for me and hit the bell. Beautiful, enjoy your pizza.
아시아 갈 때 가면 되지.
이게 뭐야?
수박 드시면
Okay, you know I go and I'm always on my own. And you running through my mind and the weather's getting cold. And my homies getting cuffed and I'm stuck here all alone. And I'm scrolling through the gram and you pop up in my phone. Yeah, you know I'ma hit you on the leg style. We don't gotta waste no. That horse is creeping, it's gonna be a secret, yeah. Girl, I like to keep things simple. Come through when you find what you went for. I remember you, girl, you my nympho. Don't tell me that changed, they be screaming my name when we all not bad. It's never too late for we all not bad. We can set a fire for them all bad. Bring it right now, I need it right now. Yeah. Get you on your back, I know you love to. Even for that night, oh girl, I want you. Honest in my phone, my girl, I called you. Girl, I know it's late, but okay, you know I go and I'm always on my own. You running through my mind and the weather's getting cold. My homies getting cuffed and I'm stuck here all alone. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the gram and you pop up in my phone. Yeah, you know I'ma hit you on the leg style. We don't gotta waste no. That horse is creeping, this could be a secret.
이거 자체를 어떻게 먹는 거야? 자체를? 이거 어떻게 먹는 거야?
Oh, is my name cereal?
어디 추워.
구독과 좋아요는 필수.